パンラボの池田です。これがイギリス人から見た日本のパンの実力だ。世界的パン職人ダン・レパードさんと東京の3軒を回ります。ダン・レパード、イギリスでいち早く現代的なサワードゥを作り始めた一人として知られる世界的なパン職人。名店のベーカリーシェフや大手スーパーの監修者を歴任、イギリスの大手新聞ガーディアンなどでも活躍した著名なコラムニストでもある。そんな彼が来日、パンラボが選んだ東京の3店舗を客観的な視点で評価する。日本のパンは世界にどう映るのか。最初に訪れたのは神楽坂。神楽坂といえばパンデフィロゾフ。開店直後からの行列にダンさんも驚き、カリスマ榎本明シェフが焼き上げる完璧すぎるビジュアルのバゲットカンパーニュを世界的パン職人はどう見た？
It's made with a koji bacterial strain, so this should give it a sweetish, almost sake-like sort of flavor. The color is really dark. There's quite burnt ends, and I'm surprised that people in Japan like dark bread. Now, the cuts are beautifully open. The aroma is good. It's not. It doesn't smell of sourdough particularly, but that's okay. Now, I'll crack it open. Oh, lovely crack. If you can hear that. Gorgeous. Really good. Now, if you can see, it has a lovely open texture inside. And then if I taste a piece. Interestingly, it does give it a more malty flavor. There's more sweetness and sourness, more sort of a very complex flavor, but not sour in any way. Just gorgeously sweet. Yeah, really good. I can imagine having this sliced and maybe some thin salmon on it, or maybe just some great cheese too. Really delicious. I like this. Now this one, you might think it's a Godzilla claw, but it's not. What it is an apple tree. Can you see how it's just like the branches and base of an apple tree, and of course it's an apple sourdough as well. I love it. This is just magical. Really good. Very exciting. I don't know if you can see, but there's really big pieces of apple all the way through it. Yeah, really nice.
Yeast from apple, natural yeast.
Apple yeast as well. My goodness. So yeah, really like it. It's got a little tag on it. Many years ago, back at Baker and Spice, I made an apple sourdough with an apple ferment, and apple juice, and everything, and with big chunks of apple in. And I'm very taken with this latest incarnation. I think it's just gorgeous. Do we taste it? Okay. Here we go. Way. Now, okay, this makes my heart leap, because when you buy an apple sourdough, you want this. This is what you want. These enormous pieces of apple all the way through. See this gorgeous dark crumb. Wow. Now this is so impressive. Imagine being in a restaurant and having this. It would just be heaven. It would be heaven. Lovely walnut pieces all the way through it too. Very exciting. This is a star bread. I love it. Come here, buy this.
2軒目は江戸川区船堀。やってきました。チェスト船堀。元料理人である西野シェフが3度に差異を見せる。日本中の小麦を 100% で使用。食べ比べできるサワードゥベーカリーです。 イギリスを代表するパン職人はどんな評価を下すのか、パン飲みできるイートインスペースで聞いてみました。
これバゲットですよ。バゲット、熊本、西の香り、青森、粘り腰、東京、柳久保小麦で、フォカッチャ、北海道春キラリ、北海道北の香りリスティック、これカンパーニ、サワード、福岡、南の香り、北海道春よ来い、これが中川さんのブレドポプラシオン、本色の麦ですね。
This looks amazing. Just looking at all the different crumb structures and the colours and the different crusts, and I'm sure the aromas, the different flavours. These look superb. I am in love with this bakery already. It is just love at first sight. It's one of those weird things, and this is just looks great. Okay, I'm going to try. This is a very sort of open textured baguette. Still warm. Isn't that just great? Lovely. There's immediately a clear tang from the crumb and the crust. Incredibly tender too. None of this tough old sourdough nonsense. This is light. This is crisp. It's beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's go for something different this time. This is a much darker bread. It's almost like I'm sure it's a whole wheat. There. Quite different, more malty, but still sourdough. There's still a sourdough tang there. I'm not sure if it's probably the same fermentation in each one. I don't know, but very good. And really quite different to the way that you might expect a whole wheat bread to be, heavy and tough. This is bright, this is gorgeous. Yeah, really good. Delicious.
俺も食べてみてます。これ
Quite tang at the end too. This is a dainty little number. I don't know if you can see, but all the sort of holes inside. Quite a slack dough, so you can see that it's spread a little bit at the base, though the bottom's really pale. Lots of top heat to sort of pull it up, almost like you might get in a pita bread. Pop it. Listen to that crack. It's like breaking an egg open. Lovely and sweet, very complex flavour. Very nice, very nice. More salty too. The salt is coming across a lot more. I want to find out how this is made. This is fascinating. Can you hear the crunch?
チェストのことがすっかり気に入ってしまったダンさん、厨房も見学しました。スチームを出すのにボタンではなくバルブをひねる形式のドイツ製オーブンウェルカーにも惹かれたようです。3軒目は日本橋にあります。ビーバーブレッド。才気あふれる割田健一シェフがメロンパンやアンパンなど日本のパンにハイセンスな息吹を吹き込む。小さな店にあふれるとりどりのラインナップにダンさんも目移り、興奮を隠しきれず思わずあれこれ手が出てしまう。
Having chosen these, I'm very excited to eat this one. I love it. Even though it contains bacon, that wasn't the big seller. Let me show you. Are you ready? Look at that. You can see all the bacon along the side, but what I love about it, what really excited me was the bread coming up over it. So it's baked in it, but it's peeking out, and I like this. It's I just think the shape is is exciting and interesting. So, I'm going to rip it apart. Oh, there we go. Wow. And it's got mustard in as well. So there's a layer of what I think is a grain mustard inside. And really delicious. Chewy, oily, just a gentle kick from the mustard. Nothing too perky, but really good. Delicious. Now, when I saw this bread, I had no idea what it was. Actually, I'll do that again. Got the wrong one out. When I saw this bread, I got really excited. It's half bread, half sweet, and all delicious. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? It's a bun essentially. It's actually very soft, much softer than it might first look. But inside there are these big chunks of a matcha sort of almond paste, essentially. So like a frangipan, but made with matcha and maybe some chocolate too. Maybe. Delicious. And look inside. You can see this matcha frangipan all the way through. Love this. This is a tea ceremony in a bun, and what could be better? I mean, how amazing.
さて、東京の3軒を巡り、パンを味わい、パン職人と語り合ったダンさん。日本のパンについて何を思ったでしょう？
It's funny, on this journey, I think I've changed my or expanded my view about what a Japanese bakery is or about. Someone said to me on Twitter just recently, I'm surprised that the Japanese are into American breads or into, and you know, I don't see it that way. I see influences, but I think they become part of a baker's journey, part of the journey of the flour, and everything becomes localized almost instantly. So it's not that something is a copy from overseas. It's an inspiration from overseas that then becomes something very special, very Japanese, and very personal to the bakers. What I've loved here is that all of the bakers that I've met are so passionate about the flour and about the water and the different fermentations, and want to use local ingredients, want to use things that ingredients that have meaning to them, and are really not into imitating anything. They're just trying to discover, trying to understand, and just being like bakers the world over. Trying to discover themselves in their bread.
ダン・レパード。このイギリスのパン職人は優しい眼差しで日本のパンを見、情熱的に食べた。そしてラブコールとエールをくれた。日本のパン職人の皆様、日本のパンなかなかやるんです。